All right, everyone, good morning. Welcome to our virtual open house. This virtual open house is going to cover grounds and turf equipment and modular buildings. We have three great presenters for you this morning, but before we get to them, I will do a really quick hello to our team. We have Kristen Graben on the call. She will be your co-host. Yay, give a little wave. We also have Jim Glover. You can tell who's on our team because we all have these cute little backgrounds. Mine is backwards. I will fix that in a moment. And finally, I am Nicola Greenhouse. I'm the outreach coordinator for HGACBuy here. And we are here to obviously help you make all your dreams and purchases come true. So really quickly before we start, and while I get my screen set up so we can share video, can everybody drop in the chat how they heard about our open house today? Just let us know if it was through an email, if it was through LinkedIn, Facebook, any of that good stuff. KKK. Can everybody see my screen? Yes. All right. I am going to start. Let me know if you can't hear, but I should have shared sound.
Good morning and welcome to the virtual open house with HGACBuy. I'm your host, Kristen.
And I'm your co-host, Marlena. We are excited to share a little bit about HGACBuy with you today and our featured contracts. So let's get right into it.
Sure thing. So we're going to start with a little trivia. Do you know what HGACBuy stands for? That's HGACBuy. If you do, drop that in the chat. Here, I'll give you a little hint. Our offices are here in Houston, Texas. However, we actually operate as a national cooperative purchasing program, and we've been in business for over 45 years.
That's right. As a contractor-funded program, we help thousands of local governments save millions of dollars by offering our competitively bid contracts to our members free. Going out to bid for our members not only saves them time, but a considerable amount of money as well.
And time is money, Marlena.
That's right.
We try to keep the process extremely simple to join. In fact, you can go right to our website to fill out the interlocal contract agreement. And we are going to drop that link for you right now in the chat. Speaking of the chat box, let's get back to our trivia question. Did you figure it out? HGACBuy, helping governments across the country buy. That's our name, and that's what we do. Another important fact about HGACBuy is that we pride ourselves on partnering with others to make the procurement process simpler and more beneficial.
That's right. For instance, current members of Sacramento Area Council of Governments, Mid-America Regional Council, Baltimore Metropolitan Council, and the Municipal Association of South Carolina automatically become members of HGACBuy without having to complete the online ILC form. Additionally, all members of HGACBuy, regardless of how you join, get to enjoy the wonderful benefits of our collaboration with national cooperative procurement partners.
Speaking of those benefits, let's not forget that HGACBuy keeps all of our solicitation documents for our members. And unlike other cooperative purchasing programs, we ensure the compliance of every single order. When it comes to your audits, this could be a lifesaver.
A lifesaver for sure. Well, that's all from us. If you'd like to learn more about HGACBuy or need to contact us, feel free to download the document that was just dropped in the chat box.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we're going to move on to our vendors.
All right. Round of applause for virtual Kristen and virtual Marlena. Yay. All right, as they said, we are going to go ahead and move on to our presenters. And our first presenter is actually going to be VESTA Modular. Take it away, Watley and Christine.
All right, everybody. Thank you for allowing us to be here with you. And we've got a presentation here. It's going to pop up on your screen. VESTA Modular is a modular building company with modular buildings of various sizes from coast to coast, California, New England, Florida. We offer buildings of various sizes and various uses. anywhere from fire stations to mobile offices to dormitories to hotels and office space, military, multi-story. And let's see if we can move on to the next. There we go. As you can see, we have many different shapes and sizes, different types of buildings that you could possibly use in your community for different uses, temporary, permanent solutions. Currently, we have more than 5,300 temporary and permanent modular buildings. We have offices Miami, Houston, Dallas, Nashville, and Atlanta, along with various other locations. We're a very strong community, very strong company. We offer construction. We offer design services in a modular sense that's able to provide you a faster construction process and save you a lot of time in that process from design to completion. We allow for permitting and site development along with the building while it's being constructed, and then the site work's done and site completed, and it's done in a way that's probably about 30% faster than the normal construction process. We've got a multi-story, we got a video here we want to show you. This is a hotel that took about 6 months to build, but as you can see, the speed of which the building goes into place is very fast and very complete. And it took about a week for all the different modules to get set, and about 90 days for the entire building to be wrapped and completed. And from start to finish, it was about 6 months. This is a typical permanent modular type facility that we can do, along with the temporary type buildings that you know that we're known for. We do multi-story housing, a lot of school space, religious classroom space, multi-story government facilities, office complexes, commercial complexes, as well as disaster type recovery. And then just to move on through, if you think of any modular projects or modular buildings that you may need, both permanent and temporary, please give us a call and we'll be glad to work with you through HGAC to provide whatever it is you need and match it up with our contract. So any questions, please let us know.
Awesome job, Watley. We will have a Q&A at the end, but everybody give Watley and Christina a round of applause. Great job, guys. All right, we're going to go ahead to our next presenter. We're going to have Ted Sims from TSG Industries give us a presentation now. Go ahead, Ted.
Okay. Well, again, delighted to be here. And glad you spent some time out of your busy day, and so busy these days and times. But I'm here today to talk about TSG Industries. Let me load it up really quickly. Okay, my name is Theodore Sims. I represent TSG Industries, LLC. We're based out of Houston, Texas, with branch offices in Dallas, DFW area, as well as in San Antonio. And really briefly, I'm not going to hold you long, but I do want to talk about some of our turnkey capability. Many of us over the last 2 years here recently have experienced quite a bit of range of different needs as it relates to facilities, whether it's testing facilities, hospital expansion facilities of different types and varieties. And so what we pride ourselves on doing is being able to, step in and help the owner with the various types of existing conditions, as well as these modular and fast track solutions, while trying to qualify for all of the different funding streams that are out there. So for registrations, we are registered engineers in the state of Texas, structural. Also, very new designation, power generation buildings, in which the modular buildings that we provide are zero grid for those that are interested in sustainable and green initiatives. We're Texas industrialized builder with TDLR, and we have our TWIC registration. Some of our volunteer services, we work with the Water Works Association, as well as we volunteer some of our time with Allied Training Academy, which is a workforce development training in high demand careers. So we work with Texas Workforce Commission for that initiative to try to help provide qualified workers in our manufacturing process. Also, working with the Society of American Military Engineers for planning emergency and unplanned requirements. Another unique thing about our group is every job always presents its level of differences and challenges, even if it's modular. And so we like to work with the client to make sure that we capture some of those things from operational and project delivery elements that will help in the long run get the best use out of the facilities. For an example, working here recently with a recent client, Gulf Coast Services Association, they'll qualify for a federal grant to do an addition. Well, there was an independent estimate that was done 2 years prior. And then once the funding was approved, the cost was out of sync. So instead of disbanding the project, we helped them to identify a procedure for economic price adjustment with the grantor to get the additional funds and get the project back on track. Those types of successes we like to list and note for later, so that as we continue to help our clients unbundle these varied needs, we can align with some of the strategies that have been successful in the past. Here, there's a couple of videos just showing how important partnership is, and as far as quality goes, our motto in-house is you measure twice and you cut once. It's a prefab, pre-stressed control house building in New Brunswick, Texas. This is a city annex building for the city of Prairie View, Texas. This is a EMS first responder delivery coming in for the city of Dallas. New commitments that we're very excited about as we go to 2022, 2023. partnerships with Hernando County, Florida, with about 12,000 students, Fayetteville County and Lexington, Kentucky, and Galena Park here in Harris County. Another key performance indicator for us is in the past year, we are proud to have provided facilities for first EMS responders to cover 11.5 square miles of cover area in response to emergency needs. We plan on continue to grow that as we continue to push along, and we are continually looking for ways in which we can help be the best and responsive partner for you. Thank you for your time.
All right, great job, Ted. Round of applause. All right, and lastly, we will have Jessica Korthals with RC Mowers present for us.
All right, good morning, everyone, for joining us today. All right, my name is Jessica Korthals. I am the Sales Operations Manager here at RC Mowers. My contact information is listed there. We are on the grounds and turf equipment contract for HGAC. So thanks for being here today. I'm excited to share a little bit about our company with each of you. RC Mowers is headquartered in Suamico, Wisconsin, which is a northern suburb of Green Bay. And we manufacture remote operated mowers that are designed for steep slopes, hazardous terrain, and really any other extreme landscapes that you aren't able to maintain with other conventional mowing equipment. A little bit about our company: we have a buyback guarantee. If you don't love our equipment, we buy it back, no questions asked. We're very proud that our products are designed, built, serviced, supported, manufactured here right in the USA. And we also know that downtime is a major issue for many customers with equipment. So we guarantee that our parts ship in 72 hours or they're free. We also have a well-established network of dealerships all over the country to support our equipment. So while you watch the video of our equipment in operation, I'm going to talk a little bit about the most common applications for our products. So most people think of only mountainous areas as having steep terrain, but in reality, everywhere you look, there's man-made slopes, almost every city across America. So think of retention ponds, bridge embankments or highway embankments, dikes, levees, canal systems, drainage areas, water treatment facilities. As you start to think about it, there's quite a bit of steep slopes or hazardous areas like what you see on the video. And with our equipment, due to the low ground pressure, it's only 2.2 psi, which is actually lighter than your footprint. The products are also suited well for wet and muddy areas where other equipment might get stuck. But the real value our equipment provides is the ability to do the work safely and efficiently. You can eliminate the manual work of string trimmer crews by turning 5 or 6 person crews into one person with this machine. And it gets the same amount of work done, really more than what they would do with the string trimmers. And the other thing is people like to operate this product. Our remote control is very simple, very easy to learn, and it allows people to attract and retain really talented workers and ultimately reduce the turnover in your organization. A little bit of detail about the machines we have available. We've got 3 different models. The TK44E is our smallest machine. It's got a 44-inch cutting width and it cuts up to a 45-degree slope. And then our 2 larger machines are the TK52XP and the TK60XP, 52-inch cutting deck and a 60-inch cutting deck respectively. And those are capable of cutting up to a 50-degree slope. As you saw in the video, they have a rough cut deck design, so they're really kind of handled for that lighter duty brush. They'll handle grass, pretty much whatever you throw at it. Prices on our equipment ranges from $38,000 from the small model to $63,000 for the largest models. And again, to highlight safety, it's really a priority for our company. Our equipment has a host of safety features built right into it. Like if you drop the remote, it'll automatically cut power to the machine. There's also an automatic parking brake, which engages when the remote control is turned off. And it will automatically shut down if there's any interference or any loss of signal. So lots of safety features built right into the software. So to keep things a little light and fun, I thought I'd show you a couple of our most viral TikTok videos while I wrap up my presentation. So most people just don't know that equipment like this exists to solve real problems. You know, a lot of this work was previously out of reach, and it can now be done with the equipment that we've designed. If you have an area, if you feel this might be useful, or a department within your city or organization that could use it, we do conduct free demonstrations. We'd be happy to bring it out and show you in your environment what it looks like. We're really redefining the business of mowing. So thanks each of you for attending the open house today and for listening to my presentations. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have.
All right, Jessica, listen, this is the first time anyone has ever shown a TikTok video in our open house. I think I should require it to come standard now.
Fun, right?
Yes, awesome job. A round of applause for all of our presenters. They did really great job today. We will now move on to our Q&A session. So if anybody has any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat box, raise their hand. You can unmute and ask. Whatever works, we can ask for you. We're more than happy to do that. But if everyone's a little too shy, we can start because we certainly have some questions. Oh, okay. Dale asked, do the modular providers have service in MD, which is, I'm assuming that means, why can't I remember?
Maryland.
Maryland,
Yeah.
there you go. Maryland, thanks, Dale. Modular providers, do you service Maryland?
Yeah, so can I answer by voice or do I need to do it by chat? Or?
And no, answer by voice, Watley. We love that voice.
Okay. So the answer to Dale's question, we do have modular folks up and down the East Coast. So feel free to reach out to us and we'll be glad to help you with whatever you need.
Awesome. Ted, do you have an answer for this?
No, not at the time. That is not one of our service areas.
All right. Thanks for your question, Dale.
I have a question for Jessica. What is the battery life on the robot mowers? Like, how long can they go?
Yeah, great question. So the remote lasts actually about 20 hours. So a full 2 days of work. And that's if you're using it for 8 hours a day. And the charge time is only 1 hour. So we typically just recommend people plug it in the truck overnight or in the shop overnight and you're good to go.
Nice.
Okay, very cool. Lasts longer than my cell phone. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Now I too can mow my lawn. No excuse. Awesome. Thanks for that, Jessica. Seems like everybody's. Ooh,
we had another. Yeah,
okay.
Another question in the chat.
It says, do dealers perform services on site?
Yes, most of our dealers actually have mobile service trucks rather, and will come to you.
All right, nice. Awesome job, guys. Okay, thanks again for the question, Dale. Dale is just full of questions. I love it. For our modular people, just because I feel like this is probably a question that a lot of people have in their mind, they maybe not have thought of it, but how are you mitigating the burden of the rising cost of building materials?
That's a really good question. We're working through it, and it's I don't want to say we have all the answers, but we because of our economies of scale and our size, we tend to have the ability to purchase production time in advance. So it does help for our end users, but it's material costs and labor costs are a challenge every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I have one additional question. Is there like additional lead time now? Like if someone needs you to build something, do they need to kind of extend their expectation of how long it'll take because of the labor and the
Yeah,
materials?
so yeah, that's a really good question. So the sooner we know you have a need, the sooner we can get into the schedule and get in production. But yeah, that lead time is a critical thing right now in our industry.
I heard
Okay,
that.
thank you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
I would agree. It is a challenge. Some of the ways in which we're mitigating is by finding additional streams of income, whether it's supplemental or and also offering lease options. That has been helpful as a bridge. And yeah, I mean, he's absolutely right. I mean, just the earlier the better. Start with the planning and bulk purchasing.
Awesome. Awesome job, guys. All right. Does anyone else have any other questions? Speak now. Forever hold your peace. If you do think of any questions afterwards, obviously you can contact us. We can get you in contact with the vendor, or you can contact the vendor directly. You can find them on our website under the specific product categories, and all their contact information is listed there. But if no one else has any more questions, I will go ahead and end the program. Thanks everyone so much for coming. Kristen is dropping right now the schedule for the rest of the year for the open houses and also our conference schedule. Please make sure to stop by and see us if you're going to any of our conferences this year, and make sure to come to our open house events. Hopefully they're as engaging and informative as this one, and you can, meet some new vendors and get some products and services. And then also, yes, please make sure to follow us on LinkedIn and Facebook, all of the social media platforms. We're actually doing a giveaway drawing if that's a little of an incentive for you. So make sure to register to enter for that. We will be giving away giveaways, prizes. So yes, please make sure to follow us on all social medias. And I think that is it. Everyone, please enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you so much for coming.
And thank you to our
Great.
vendors.
Thank
Y'all are
you.
awesome.
Yay.
Thank you.